No.
It didn't give me a chance to share it.
Oh.
Uh-oh. There we go. I've got it here now. I'll just share it out. It's always the same with me. Something always goes wrong.
Nah, that's what technology does. I gotta go
Oh,
to.
one day I'll get it right, you know.
Yeah, I know. There's no one on anyway, so. Oh, one person.
All these little dings are me. I'll try and turn the volume down, so. Those that are in the chat already,
Which I don't
pop
see.
on, pop on and say hello.
So we know
Just
you're
say,
there, please.
just say hello. Yeah, we'd love to know that you're there. We'll give you a shout out.
Oh, William.
Hi, William.
Hey,
Hope you're
William.
well. Well, I'm just sharing this out a little bit just so people realise that we're on.
Andy.
Otherwise, they'll miss it. Hi, Andy. Otherwise, they're going to miss it.
Yeah.
If you can help by
Sharing.
giving to share, we'll be very grateful. I'm not very good at this, as you can tell. Me and technology.
No, don't worry. I'm not. I'm the same way. I don't like it either. It's really weird.
But I'll share it to my page. Oh,
Mm.
everything is slow compared to what's going on here.
I'll share it to mine. As long as I'm thinking about it. There we go.
So tonight, what are we doing tonight? We are going to be talking about chakras. Now, if you remember last time we were on, not last weekend, the weekend before, we were talking about breathing exercises and how breathing is very important on the first steps on your pathway to mediumship. The second thing, which is quite important, is chakras. Now, I don't know about you, Eric, but some people walk around with their chakras completely open. They never close them. And by doing that, you're more susceptible to uh, see things, hear things, experience things when you're trying to get on with normal everyday life,
Mm-hmm.
which is not always a good thing. So to be able to open and close your chakras is a really big help with leading an everyday normal life. Now, when you first get involved in this,
Mm-hmm.
you can get caught up and it might take you a minute or two to run through it and make sure that they're all closed. Some people that are in situations where spirit is around anyway will
Mm-hmm.
open your chakras. So it's down to you to, when you remember or when you're lying in bed, to close your chakras, because, you know, you could be, it's a really poor choice of words, but you could be interfered with. Let's say you're wanting your rest and spirit could come in and want to sit on your bed and have a conversation with you. And, you know, but in saying that, spirit could open your chakras for you anyway. So,
I wouldn't know how to open them or close them. So,
well, today we're going to look at chakras, and what we'll do is in 2 weeks' time. Hi, Carl. Hope you're all right, my son. He's a good lad, is he? Is
yeah.
Carl. We're going to go through what chakras are, how they can help. If you meditate or you go to yoga classes, they talk about chakras quite a lot. What are the main 7 chakras? What does it all mean? Why do we need them? And how many more are they? I mean, we're going to look at 7. I'll give her my love, won't you? Give her a big hug from me. She's lovely as Lou. So, yeah, what is a chakra? Have you got any idea what a chakra is, Eric?
No, I don't. I've heard of them, but I've never explored them at all.
Hi, Roger. So, chakras is a Sanskrit word and
Okay.
means wheel or cycle. Now, these wheels or cycles are continually spinning and vibrating. Everything vibrates,
Yeah.
as William Southey will tell you. Every single thing, even my teacup, my mug, that vibrates, even though it's not moving across the floor. It is across the table. It is vibrating. So chakras are a spiritual or energy wheel, if you like, that will just spin, 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 spin. And that's basically what they are. We use the main seven as a whole, but there are chakras on other points of your body. You know, you have chakras in your hands, and I'll do a little demonstration with them. It doesn't always work for me. Hi, Nettie. Um,
Mhm.
it doesn't always work for me. Doesn't might not always work for you, but it's just something to check. So if you want something physical, I will show you the physical little thing that you can do just to prove to the individuals that there is something there. So we have chakras in our hands. We have chakras at the main seven points, which are, I'll just run through them quickly with you. We'll go through this properly in a bit. So we have crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, heart. We then have the solar plexus, which is between
Mhm.
your navel and your rib cage, if you like. We then have the sacral, which is just below your navel, and the root chakra, which is your base. So some people believe it was in your genitalia area, and some people believe that it's in your feet. I use my feet, but if others want to use your genital area, that's fine too. It doesn't really make any difference. But I will go with my feet, just to keep it a bit clean. They do have colours that are represented with them, but when we're first starting out, don't get stuck on the colours. When we first use our chakras within meditation, which is what we are going to do when we come back in 2 weeks' time, we are going to do our breathing. We are going to open our chakras. We're going to look at what feelings and, mental feelings and physical feelings we have when chakras are open. We are going to do a little bit of grounding with it. We're going to have a go at cleaning them, and then we're going to come back. So we're not actually going to go off on a meditation. We are just going to do some of the basics, but we wanted to talk about it first,
Mhm.
so everyone has a fair crack at the whip at this. Because
Dry.
hi, Bri. Hello, you gorgeous man, you. I love Bri.
Yes, and all.
Yeah. So so if you want to take this and do this further and write these into your book, I still haven't got my journal out. I didn't find it. I've been very busy this weekend, so I've been
Yeah.
naughty. Promise next time I'll have my journal with me. And if you want to print anything off that you see on the internet and put it into your journal, like a little scrapbook type thing, or write anything down in preparation for. If you're good at memorizing colours, great. By the next time we come on, you can use your colour systems, but when we do this, we will just use the colour white, just to make it simple for everybody. Okay, now I have a picture that will explain chakras a little bit. Are you ready for this, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but don't get hung up on the colours, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. You're going to see all sorts of things. I hope nothing bad. Let me just get the photo up. Hang on. I have all sorts on my screen, so it's better that I get it up quickly first.
Mhm.
Okay, so these are now you might be familiar, or you may have seen something similar. Okay. Let me just get on my old telephone and see if I can see the picture. Are you guys seeing this all right?
Yeah, I'm seeing it fine.
Should we just put
I
it
don't know.
in
Yeah.
there? Guys in the chat, are you seeing this okay?
Oh,
Bri, are you seeing the picture okay? Can you just let me know in the chat?
right.
Oh, good. Thank you, Annette. So this is somebody in a yoga pose, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we have the yoga symbols in there, in the colours, in the circles, you can see. Don't get too stuck on the pictures inside the circles, because we're not even interested in them at this stage, unless you know them through yoga. Then that's great. But you can see the different colors of the chakras.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi Sarah. Hi Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start at the top.
All right.
So that one is called the crown chakra. Now you'll see that that's colored purple,
Mm-hmm.
or indigo, or ultraviolet. Some pictures that you might find on the internet might go by different colors, especially that top one.
Okay.
But you could also attribute crystals to this as well. So if you was to use crystals in alignment, I suppose anything purple, amethyst, that's a good one to use up there. Or you could even go for a clear coloured crystal, quartz crystals, the white
Yeah.
crystals, anything like that. That would be good too.
Mm-hmm.
I will get Kerry Greenaway on a show to talk about this sort of thing at some point. And she is the crystal lady. So if you wanted crystals, if you wanted a crystal, maybe Kerry, that would be a great time to buy them through Kerry. Hi Irene. Sorry, I can't see anyone because all I can see in front of me is a picture at the moment. So the next one down. So that colour, what colour would you say that was,
Like
Eric?
a bluish purple.
Yeah, like a navy coloured blue,
Yeah.
or so anything darker blue would work with that next chakra. Now that next chakra is your third eye chakra. So that is mainly sort of the forehead, centered in between the eyes, a bit further up,
Mm-hmm.
above your unibrow.
Yeah.
Now this is one that is used greatly in clairvoyance.
Mm-hmm.
Now clairvoyance is the ability to see images, symbols, pictures, anything that spirit wants to show you would be through your third eye.
Yeah.
So that is a great chakra if you're a clairvoyant. That's one that you need to look after. Well, you need to look after all of them, but if you want to be able to see things very clearly, that's the one that needs a bit of work with. It's a great chakra. I love that chakra, and the top one. I love all of them actually. The next one down on the throat, ironically, is called your throat chakra. What colour would you say that one was, Eric?
I don't know, like a greenish blue, teal.
Yeah, or a turquoise or a teal
Turquoise.
colour. Yeah. So that one works with your clair, the ability to speak. So if you were a trance medium, that one is very important to you, to be able to explain what you're seeing, what you're feeling. If you're an empath, even.
Yeah.
People don't realise, these empaths don't realise, these are all coming into play. to be able to feel your clairsentience. That is really, really important chakra. The next one down is your heart chakra. Eric, what colour is your heart chakra?
It's like a green.
Spot on. Yeah. You'd think that being the heart chakra that might be red, but not in these instances. Your heart chakra is a green in colour, and again, it's your emotion side. You know, to be able to feel what spirit's feeling, to empathise as well. It's quite an important chakra, that one. The next one down is the solar plexus,
And it's yellow.
and that is yellow. Yeah. So the solar plexus, again, quite an important one. It also balances out the heart chakra. They work quite closely together in unison. That's another good one. The next one down is your sacral chakra. Color of,
Like an orange or
yeah, spot on, orange in color. Sometimes it's hard to find, if you're working with crystals and you place them on your chakras, sometimes it's harder to find that orange colored crystals. They are out there. Orange calcite is a great one to use on your solar plexus. Lucy most probably know. She'll know. Great crystals for orange in color for your solar plexus. So there are many out there that you could use. And the last one on there, which is your root chakra or your base chakra. You can use whatever name you like. That color is, Eric?
like a reddish orange.
That's like a red one, yeah. And again, this is like all spiritual energy that will all link in together. These are really important when using mediumship. But you have to look after these. You have to keep them clean. You don't have to clean them all the time. The cleaning exercise we'll do next time. But we just thought we'd show you what we're looking at. Now, not next week, the week after, we will be concentrating on the top four. Now, from the green, turquoise, blue, and indigo, as I call it, we are only going to open and close those top four, because in mediumship, you don't need all 7 open. You can work with just the top four, and the top 4 are known as the mystic marriage. It's a really weird name, but that's the name that's given to the top 4. Just to make it a little bit easier for those that are just beginning and that are just learning, we will go from the green one up, and we will not be using colours. We will call them all white, 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 and white. Okay, so just to make that easier, I'm going to stop sharing this now, and I'm going to come back.
All right.
And let me back in.
Uh-oh.
I'm back again.
Okay.
So I'm quite excited to be working with the chakras next time we come, because with the breathing and the chakras and the grounding, these are really, really, really important. Oh, Lucy says carnelian for an orange one. Yeah. I'll try and get some together for next week to show you. I'll just use the tumbles, and I'll get some out to show you. I mean, even if you want to have a go and you put your crystals in the places of to help you, that's fine too. You know, there's no right and there's no wrong in this. But I'm just going to stick with doing white just to keep. Yes, he's talking. Bryce said about the drinking of water. Yes, that is very, very important to keep you hydrated. So when we do this exercise, I'll be giving you 5 minutes to go and get your glasses of water, because you will need them once you come out of it, trust me. When you do work with these higher energies, you will find your thirst goes absolutely mad. It's like the elixir of life, isn't it? Water.
Yeah. I'll have to remember not to eat that day.
Yeah, eat. It's important.
I can't. I can't eat and drink at the same time. So
Exactly. So let's go and look at some of these questions. Not doing that pose will take an hour to get me back up. No, you, you don't have to sit in that. I can't do it either, Nettie. Honestly, I'll be in the ambulance right with you. So yeah. So Bryce says he knows those different symbols. He's used them a lot in Reiki and healing. Yeah, exactly, Liz. And peeing for days too. Oh dear, Lucy. Oh bless her. I took her into like a private circle, and Lucy stayed with me, and we did it. How long did we do it for, Lucy? Was it a year, 2 years? But in that time, she came on in leaps and bounds and was doing trance mediumship. We took it right up to that level.
Wow.
But she did all the hard work behind the scenes. I mean, Lucy will tell you, you can't just do this every other week or just, once a week or once a month, or, you have to put the hard work in to really see results, because spirit won't just give it to you. You have to earn it, I was 3 years. Blimey, did we do it that long? Yeah. But there, she's one of these people where she took to it very, very quickly. What? And take a lot of time. That's just my advice. Yeah, no, it's really good. I just wanted to give people the groundworks for opening and then closing before we go off on our big. We're going to go off and try and meet spirit guides. So I wanted to just give them the groundwork so they know how to open a chakra and to ground themselves, because without grounding, it's very, very important, because they'll come out of that and they might be sick or throw up and things like that. So, but we'll talk about that in just a sec, William. Hi, William Becker. Yeah. It's funny having all these Williams in. I know. Yeah. So, grounding yourself. Why do you think we might do that, Eric? What is the importance of grounding, do you think?
Sorry.
You're more than welcome, Lucy.
Well, grounding yourself so you don't get lost in what you're doing. Yeah,
and to keep your feet firmly on the ground, if you like, because without grounding, there are different ways of grounding. Grounding is, some people imagine. Now, I have to explain to you, some of this is imagination, visualization, and not listening to what's going outside your room, outside of your house. You have to bring some visualization into this. It's quite important.
He's here. Hey, Mark.
He's here. So grounding is very important to keep your feet on the earth. Now, people would see tree roots coming out of their shins and disappearing into the floor underneath them, into the earth, and keeping their feet firmly on the earth, if you like. Some people put magnetic moon boots on and zip them up, seeing the earth as a giant magnet, and the magnets on your feet just keeping you firmly on the ground. That's two that I know. Do you know any?
Really?
Anything to keep your feet on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Mark.
What the fucking hell's going on? What's going on with my internet?
You were like ninja fast moves there, like.
So we were just talking about
Rachel.
Go on.
Rachel messaged me and said, "Are you doing a show tonight?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for the link." And then I looked on my Facebook Messenger and I went, shit. Just raced up here. Sorry.
We were just introducing chakras. Hi, Wayne. So, do you want to talk about chakras or anything you know about chakras or anything you want to say about chakras?
Chakras we are using in the martial system. It depends what sort of martial system you use as to what you're going to use. The main one I use, your third eye, sometimes the throat, and your lower stomach one, not your testicles one. Not the
we mentioned that one.
It's normally the lower one, the throat, and the third eye. The third eye is the one that I use for all my summoning chi and everything like that. So, and it's very good for concentrating, and that's the one I use mainly for visualizing and getting it up. So, yeah.
Do you think it's also good for self-healing, the chakras? I mean, I learned some spiritual healing in my time, and the chakras was a way of pushing the energy out through the chakras, the hand chakras, and pulling it in, pushing it out, and using the chakra pathway.
I definitely think so. I mean, my training is completely different to healing, because mine the stuff I've been taught is you can use chi for bad or for good. So it can be good for healing. I normally use it predominantly for headaches. If I get really, really bad headaches, sometimes it'll work. But I find I can take headaches away from people more than I can take headaches away from myself. So.
Oh, your message. My name is Rose. Can you please tell me what you're chatting about now? We're talking about chakras. Chakras. What are they? It was the Sanskrit word for wheel or cycle. Energy points or energy balls that spin and vibrate. So this is what we're talking about tonight, because when we come back in 2 weeks' time, we will be doing the breathing, the relaxation, and we will be opening 4 of the main chakras. Rita's in the house. It's the same. It's the same energy, life force energy. Yes, but we will also be bringing it down from the ether. We will be bringing in that extra energy as well to be able to do what we're going to do.
The thing,
or hope to achieve.
The thing with chakras and chi and stuff, it sounds very ethereal, sounds very hippie, very this, very out there, this, that, and the other. But people forget, every single one of us has them. Every single one of us has chi inside us. Chi, ki, whatever you want to call it, whichever school of philosophy, thought, or anything you've studied. Yeah. Mine's all martial, the martial side, so it's chi. And for those of you who think it doesn't exist, trust me, it exists. I thought it didn't until I used it, and it does exist. And I've had it tried on me to see if it will screw my meridians up. And both my daughters did it on me at the same time. They both went and put some dark chi, using it for the dark side. Screwed me up, completely screwed me up. I had to go to the toilet. I was very ill, and I was completely out of it for about an hour and a half. And that was just very, very mild, very, very subtle. To this day, they feel bad for it. Everybody has it. And the easiest way to look at it, and I know it sounds like a complete crackpot view of it, is Star Wars, The Force.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't go whoop and pick up the cat, but as much as I'd love to watch him go, that would be brilliant. But yeah, Star Wars, The Force, that is the easiest way to imagine chi every single thing. It's in us, around us, and between every single thing. Quantum.
And as well, people don't realise. I've just shown them a picture of the main 7 chakras, but you also have higher chakras. So you have one higher than that, one higher than that, one higher than that. You have chakras that go lower chakras like under your feet, lower than that, lower than that, lower than that. It can get very, very technical, but we are going to keep it basic and simple because I think for people first starting out, when it goes to the higher highs and the lower lowers, it can get a bit too. Everything has vibration. It moves. Its center core is basic alchemy. Yes. This is what we were saying about chakras spinning and vibrating, as well as us doing that. Our chakras are doing that. Our outer chakras or our etheric field. You know, people talk about your auras. Yeah, your auras, the different colours and the layers around your whole body. It goes right around your head, everywhere,
Brilliant
right under
photography
your feet.
stuff,
Yeah,
isn't it?
So
yeah,
is that
all
what I'm
contains
seeing
chakras.
then?
Is that
Is
what
that
you've
what I'm seeing
seen?
when I look at people then?
Do you see colours?
No, I see just the energy outline.
It depends
Yeah.
what mushrooms you've had.
No, just
Oh, I forgot to say. Great Scott, Marty! There you go. I've got it.
it's that, Marty.
But yeah, no.
I'm going to have to look my DeLorean out. So every time I see you, I'm just going to go whoop, whoop, with the DeLorean.
So every time you like with the people that are seeing auras, are also seeing part of like the energy field that would contain chakras within that, because you might see one color around everybody else, and then about let's say me, you might see round me, you might see yellow, then it might be a different color, then it might be a different color, and then it might be another color, and people can read the auras to like they're also linked with health, so people are able to distinguish if you're in good health or not. What are your names?
Well, if you look at the bottom of our screens, each one of us, it says our names. Zib,
Okay.
Eric, Mark.
But I don't see colors though. I just see the energy outline.
It might come. It might come.
Okay.
So yeah, my name is Vivian Powell. I am a ghost hunter, a researcher, a lecturer, a spiritualist medium. I hear, see, feel, and I'm also a trance medium.
And I'm just
Eric.
I'm just
It's
Eric.
just Eric. It's just Eric.
It's Eric.
And Mark?
Just Eric. He's not.
Right.
He's not. Think Back to the Future. Think the Doctor, and he's actually our guest.
Doc.
He comes on the shows saying his name is Eric. We all know who he is. That's all I'm saying.
His
My
name
name's Mark
is
Manley. I am the alien guy, and I'm one half of the Dark Mirror show. The other half of the Dark Mirror show, I think, is in here tonight, Mr. Wayne.
Yeah, he is. Somewhere.
yes. Yeah.
I'm a UFO guy. I'm a what do you call us? UFO.
Ufology.
Ufology. I'm not a twitcher. I'm not a twitcher because that's just when my trousers are tight. I'm a UFO guy. Cryptozoology. Bigfootist. Wee wolf. Dogmen. But the Yorkshire ones, because I've really been looking into that lately.
Oh yes, I need
There he
to
is.
stay on the show because I need to speak to you about that after.
Ufologist. That's what I said.
Well, see the alien head.
And Eric is he's a
Doc Brown.
paranormal. His name is Emmett Brown. He knows Marty McFly very well. He's a paranormal investigator, a cryptid hunter. He's also a gadget maker.
Yep.
What would you call that? An engineer in paranormal equipment.
Or electrical engineer. Mechanical
There you go.
engineer is what I took to do this stuff. So
I'm a fabrication engineer by trade.
Yes, alchemy. Now, I don't know a lot about alchemy, but as William has just said, a good place to start if you really want to study vibrations is any kind of alchemy, in his opinion. Now, there are some really great alchemist books out there that you can buy, that not the airy fairy ones.
Yep.
Not the airy fairy ones, but there are some really very, very, very good books. Now, I would suggest people in the chat go and have a look at William Southey's wall. He has put some books on there that you could, if you can get hold of them, purchase to give you like an insight into alchemy. was going to say into a marriage then. Yeah. So yeah, it's worth having a look. And any other books on how to, like the how to, I think his name is Ed, I can't remember his name, is How to Read and See the Aura, how to meditate, how to, he's written a lot of these books, and I can't even remember his name now, but yeah, have a look go online, have a look. And it also talks about vibrations and chakras and things like that. But you must also understand, out of everything, grounding is the most important, because you will get sick. Coming out of a full meditation without grounding, it can make you quite ill. So there you go. So what we are going to do is breathing next time. Breathing, chakra opening, just sitting and breathing, and then coming out of that meditative state. And then we're going to talk about what you felt, and then we'll do the chakra closing. Okay?
Mm.
We're going to keep it simple. Chakra closing is quite important, because if you don't close, you will be interfered with in your normal everyday life. So it's important to sort of keep a grip on it. So it's all about practice. It's all about practice. So we will give you.
It's all useful for me as well, because I can tap into my chakras and I can withdraw from the chakras, but I don't know how to open them properly, and I don't know how to close them properly, because I was never taught.
Oh, we'll do that next time.
I'll take everybody through the waterfall technique as well.
Yeah, we'll do a few techniques just to see how you get on. And it's best. Hi, Ghost Squad, Scotland. Okay, the new. So,
wow, we're way behind.
Which one? There's juice loose about this house.
I've got fruit pastels downstairs. You wish.
I refrained from saying anything, Wayne. She said interfered with, and I raised an eyebrow. I cocked a snoot, but I didn't say anything. And I thought, no, restrain yourself, restrain. And then Wayne's gone into the whole probing thing.
I know. What can you do? It's his mind, isn't it? It's always in the gutter.
I mean, I'm Mr. Clean, you know.
Yeah, you do wash, yeah. I can vouch for it. I have smelt you. Don't be telling Annette. But no, we will do that. We're just going to take very, very slow steps. So I would suggest, you don't have to, but this is just my suggestion, is read up about the chakras on the internet, gain as much information as you can. Don't get hung up on the colours. Colours are not important at this stage. Next week we will only deal with the top 4. We're not going to do the whole 7, because your mystic marriage is important to just basically to get you in your zone. If you're happy to do all 7, then guys, you could go ahead and do all 7. We'll give you time. But the top 4 is all we need for what we want to achieve with our meditation states. Once you've done your top 4s and you're so used to doing the top 4 all the time, you can introduce the colours. We'll just keep them white, just not to confuse people. I will give you 2 ways in which you can visualize your chakras opening. But you can use any. You'll get the gist.
Is one of them like a flower bud, and you just imagine the flower bud opening up?
Yes, one of them is the flower.
I thought it might be.
And the other one is a door with a handle.
So do you have to close it then? Because I just opened mine.
So as you open it, you have to close it.
Okay, so there, I get it.
Yeah. Rose says she does a lot of meditation. I used to do, this is a funny story, I'll tell you quick. My granddad, I'm half Indian, I'm half Sikh. And my granddad in India, when he had to look after the children, so there would be me, my sister, and my 4 cousins, we'd be running around like lunatics. And he would get us to sit down in the living room and he would teach us to meditate. So we'd be quiet and concentrate on meditating. 3 of my cousins would fall asleep. I'd be sitting there having strange things happening around me, and my sister used to just walk away. She just wasn't interested. But I'd sit with my granddad, and we would meditate.
Wow.
And my cousins would go to sleep. I would then come out of that meditation with my granddad with 101 million questions that he couldn't answer because I was so young at the time. It's like you don't let your kids go there because you want your children to have a childhood.
Yeah.
And that was my granddad's opinion. You have a childhood first. But I would sit with my granddad on many occasions and just meditate with him. And that was one of my youngest childhood memories. But my granddad used to do it just so we'd go to sleep or we'd be quiet. It had a different effect on me.
You will be quiet now.
Yes.
Sit,
just
meditate.
Just sit and shut your eyes and just be quiet. This is my granddad. But he also speaks to me in Punjabi as well. So, but yeah, so then my granddad used to use that on me to try and quieten us down. But yeah, if only could see me now, eh?
Yeah.
God rest his soul, bless him. So, has anybody got any questions that they want to ask us? Anything they want to say?
I got one for you, and this is the martial side of things. Do you think, and you, Bri, as well? Do you think that pressure points, when you apply them correctly, do you think that they tap into chakras?
Yep.
Yes, most definitely.
That was the answer I wanted to win.
In fact, before you came on, that was going to be one of my first questions because she was talking about the ones in your hands and you
have them in your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a pressure point. Isn't there a pressure point here that if you get it right
here,
you could put somebody to sleep?
You've got them all over your body. The main ones I use are those.
Right
and
here.
if you're going to use those, then you do that to apply it. But that's a rear naked.
There's one here that if you get it right, you can literally
the bonker neck pinch.
put them to sleep.
You can, but you've got to get it right on the carotid and just
Because if you do it wrong, you could cause them damage. But if you get it right, they just go to sleep. And it's not just Hollywood showing you that.
You could put somebody out within 8 seconds, if that.
Yeah.
If you're just applying it on the carotid.
That's why I do this.
And you've got a lovely little one. You've got a lovely little one right in the back of your hand between the two main ligaments. Yeah. And somebody grabs hold of you. What you do, this little bit of self-defense here, you pop your hand like that, your thumb, so that your knuckle, not the first knuckle, but the second knuckle is there. And somebody's got hold of you, you literally come straight back as hard as you can with that knuckle, and you do it there. Right in between those. So I can feel it now. And if you hit it right there when they've got hold of you, they will let go.
Hold on a second.
They will let go straight away immediately.
Look at the cat. It's like Sabrina's sitting there with his cat, isn't he? Look.
That was the ambulance, either the ambulance or the fire truck or the cats.
No, it was the ambulance.
Fire truck, the cat. I love it. I have Lilo, Bob, and Yoda, and they have Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck the cat.
Friar Tuck the cat.
That is brilliant.
Which cat is that behind you?
Oh, that's midnight.
Oh, midnight.
We thought it was called Friar Tuck.
No, midnight.
The best meditation is by Michael Seeley. Go to your mobile and text Michael Seeley on YouTube from Rose. Oh. You know, the best meditation I have ever done, and this is just me, I have my guide is a Canadian Indian, not an American, Native American. He's Canadian.
Does he say?
And he says quite a lot actually. But anyway, he got me. It's so weird how this happened. He actually got me to write this name down. And I went on the internet to find this person actually existed. and he does sweat lodges. He comes over to the UK and he does sweat lodges, and he was pushing me to go and do this sweat lodge. But I actually met this guy and got one of his CDs, as you do. And I sat and did his meditation with his CD. OMFG. Seriously. I couldn't get enough of it. But yeah, and my guide was like over the moon that I was doing it with him. But yes, this I can't even find it. I'll try and find it for the next time we're on.
Do you know the weirdest meditation I've ever done?
Go on then.
I've done martial meditation, which is very different. But I was having Taylor was tattooing the eyebrow on my leg. So painful, and I meditated so that I could take the pain away.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna think I'm batshit. I don't know. I've seen I know I've got a spirit guide. I've seen him. I presume it's him once, and it's apparently an ancestor of mine from hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and they're Irish. So I don't know who it is, but I was having. I was having it's upside down, but I was having this done. Yeah. And I put myself elsewhere, and this is years after my father died, and I ended up wherever it is that my father's gone to, and I was talking to him. As clear as I'm talking to you guys. It's never happened before. It's never happened since. I wasn't on any drugs, wasn't drinking, wasn't smoking. You know, I literally just meditated. And that's, you know, when I've said in before that when you go, when it's your time to go, it's just your body that goes. It's not you.
Yeah.
And you're given options. And my father was telling me about how you're given options. And if you take the option of a role to play, which he did, that sounds like I'm mad. That's what I was on about, the massive doorway. It was like a round ball of quicksilver, and he was the one that operated it. And that's the link that when you pass, you have with your descendants, is you can just look in there and go, oh, my descendants are there. Can I go through and say hello? I can, thank you. You know?
Yeah. I've just been given the name of the guy that I did that major meditation to. He's called Wananichi.
Okay.
So if you want to look him up on the
One
internet,
or one?
Wananichi. Wananichi.
One like one digit?
No, as in WAN, Wananichi.
Right.
Just try and spell it in. It will correct itself and you'll find him. I don't even know if he's still alive, but yeah, he's a Native American Indian, and I think he's part of the Lakota tribe. So yeah. Absolutely amazing guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, meditation. This is quite important on the pathway of your mediumship, if you like. The only way you're going to get there, unless you are naturally and you're open, is through meditation, and it does take one. It does take some hard work and effort on your side. Please don't expect to get all these extra things, you know, just like that if you're not prepared to put the work in, because they will not give it to you. And understand this as well. Depending on why you want the mediumship, if it's for ego alone, as quickly as they give it, they can take it away.
Eric's got a lovely pussy, by the way.
Yeah, exactly, Luce. So as quickly as they give it, they can take it away. If you abuse it, they will take it away, and you'll be left with blockages and you will get it no more. So please understand that if you think that this is your quick pathway to be making mega bucks, think again.
Yeah.
Because as Muhammad Ali once said, that service to others is the rent you pay for being here. Remember that. Service to others is the rent that you pay for being here.
I saw Freddie Starr telling him a joke once on the what was the Yorkshire guy who's died recently, presenter Michael Parkinson. He was telling him a joke on Michael Parkinson show, and literally he was doing it, and he got really quiet, and he was doing all the voices, and it was a ghost story. And you can look up the clip, and Muhammad Ali's like, yeah, Yeah, and he got right into it, and then all of a sudden, like obviously it's Freddie Starr, and Freddie Starr's gone like that. And he's crapped himself. He's absolutely pooped himself. Yeah. There you go. He's absolutely pooped himself. I was in stitches.
There's a good thing that you might see on YouTube, just because it's Halloween's coming up. It's just round the corner. And that is Billy Connolly talking about ghosts and what he thinks ghosts are. YouTube it, Billy Connolly and ghosts, and you will just laugh. He's just, for me, he's right up there. Billy Connolly is my favourite comedian of all time.
Yeah, he's
And
awesome. But he doesn't believe in him. I know that much.
No, I know. Just watch, just YouTube it. It'll be such a funny thing for you to see and to laugh at while you're having your serious moments looking at chakras. But I really love Billy. What about you, Eric? Who's your favourite?
Billy, and then Chuck Dunham is another favorite of mine.
Oh yeah, Chuck Dunham.
Yeah. And then
Silence! I kill you!
I kill you!
I kill you!
One of my favorite ones. There's another guy. Oh, Gabriel Iglesias.
Is that the big guy?
Yep.
Fluffy.
Yep, Fluffy.
Yeah, I like him.
Fluffy.
I used to like Eddie Murphy as well. I used to think he was a fantastic comedian.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. Billy Connolly, I Rose, am a fan of. Yeah, I've seen Billy Connolly. I was so lucky to see Billy Connolly quite a few times during his career in London. So, yeah. I used to listen to Billy Connolly on tape when driving in France. I don't know, he's so funny, especially when he goes jobby jokes.
If you want to see
People
all
don't know
those
what a jobby is.
If you want to see all those guys in a really good play, there's the guy that did what is his name? Monty Python.
Oh,
did
yes.
Did an old TV play about old radio show with Billy Connolly and a whole bunch of UK.
Around the Horn.
Well, he did that, and then he did one called What About Dick? And it's really funny.
You can tell it's a British sense of humour because he's only got to say the word dick and everybody giggles.
Bryce says Jethro. That was another fantastic comedian as well.
I went down his club a couple of times down in Cornwall. I like the do you remember Dave Allen?
It will be Sarah, definitely. It definitely will.
Yeah, do you remember Dave Allen?
Dave Allen, I remember him doing all these impressions.
The Irish fella, yeah. I used to love watching him.
So there's lots to be getting on with for those guys over there in the chat about chakras. We just touched on it tonight, but we are going to be putting it into practice in 2 weeks' time. So you have had Mr. Bean.
Yeah, I like him too. There's another guy I like.
So we are going to be putting it into practice. We are going to go straight into it. There's going to be no warning. We will give you a 5-minute warning to get your glasses of water, because when you are working on with these higher energies, you will need water. It's very, very important. So we will remind you when we're back in 2 weeks. I hope this makes sense and gave you a little insight into what a chakra is. But please, please do some research yourself. The guy from Police Academy with the voice is so funny. Jeff.
Winslow?
No, his name was.
No, I know what it is. I just can't
I was watching
remember
him like a couple of days ago.
Goldthwaite. Goldthwaite.
No, that's Bobcat
Goldthwaite. Bobcat. He used to go. Wah, 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 and he used to talk.
I think she meets a black dude, the one that used to go. All that shit.
Oh, I know his name. I just can't remember.
Shall I let you know into a secret? Bobcat Goldthwaite is an avid cryptid hunter.
Michael Winslow. That's what it is.
He loves cryptids.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen him do his stand-up? That voice. No, I didn't know it.
Yeah, him.
Kind of gives you an insight into me, doesn't it? Mm.
That's what we'll be doing next year. Don't you worry. Eddie Murphy, yeah. So we got a minute left. Anything you want to say before we go, guys?
Not me. I'm good.
Well, technically, it's an infinite minute because we have Doc Brown above us, and all he's got to do is flick the flux capacitor, and we can have that minute again.
Oh God.
Have you noticed what the flux capacitor looks like? If you look at the diagram,
Yes,
of the
I
flux
know what
capacitor,
that's what it looks like.
why did you design it like that? Why?
I don't know.
Well, we will be back on Tuesday night on the Things Network and Simply Spooky Network, which is Halloween itself, and we are having a very Kiss Halloween.
Mm.
Tune in to find
I've
out
got
what that
something
will be
special
about.
coming for that.
Tune in to find out. So we'll be going live from 7 till 9. We'll be a couple of hours doing some really weird
And you,
stuff.
Rose.
And you, Rose. And you, Sarah.
Tune in tomorrow night, 9:30.
Yes, for the Dark Mirror radio show.
Yes.
Have you got any guests? What are you doing tomorrow night?
I was going to have 2 guests on, but I've looked into their stuff and no. No. One of them you told me to look out, and I did, and I looked at their stuff, and I'm like, we're gonna have a chat at some point.
I told you he was crazy. I did tell you.
Wow.
Yes, that's why you should get him on. Get him on.
I have, however, got 2 very good ones that I've just got to pin them down to a date, a night to come on. So,
Cool.
and I think Wayne's got a couple in the pipework as well.
Good.
But yeah, those 2, they just, I'll talk to you off air about it. But oh my God.
I know, Wayne, but that's why I reckon you should get him on. Anyway, Monday night, what time? 9 o'clock, is it?
9:30. Every Monday night, 9:30 till 10:30, maybe a little bit later. So yeah, I think we are going to be talking possibly about UK cryptids and maybe possibly dogmen and stuff, because I never knew there was half of it here, and now I've been doing the research. I'm like really stoked for it. It's
I told you, didn't I tell you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good night, Rose or Siobhan. And
I've seen that before. I was saying about the cryptid thing Brady before everybody else was talking about it.
We will be back next week. So enjoy the rest of your weekend and stay safe. And we will catch up again in 2 weeks' time for the Spiritual Hour. Take care, everyone.
Night.
Are you doing it?
See you later. Night all.